Have you ever imagined that a simple old dime sitting in a forgotten jar, hidden inside your drawer, or mixed with everyday pocket change could actually be worth millions of dollars? Most people never even look twice at these tiny silver-colored coins. They spend them without thinking, throw them into piggy banks, or leave them collecting dust for years. But what if I told you that some rare United States one-dime coins from 1965, 1966, and 1969 have shocked collectors with unbelievable prices and hidden errors that could change someone's life overnight? Today's video is going to reveal the secrets behind these famous Roosevelt dimes, the rare details collectors search for, and why some people believe certain examples could reach values as high as $20 million. Make sure you watch this video until the very end because one tiny detail on your coin could mean the difference between 10 cents and a fortune. Welcome back to the channel Coin Study, your trusted place for discovering rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable pocket change that many people ignore every single day. If you love rare coin hunting and want to learn how ordinary coins can become extraordinary collectibles, then make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications because you never know which coin we will uncover next. The United States Roosevelt dime has a fascinating history. It was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. Roosevelt was admired by millions of Americans, and his connection with the March of Dimes campaign made the dime the perfect coin to carry his image. Over the years, billions of these coins were produced by the United States Mint, but among those billions are a few extremely rare examples that collectors dream about owning. Now let's begin with the 1965 Roosevelt dime, one of the most talked about coins in American history. The year 1965 was incredibly important for United States coinage. During the early 1960s, silver prices began rising dramatically. Americans started hoarding silver coins because the metal inside the coins was becoming more valuable than the face value itself. The government faced a serious coin shortage, and something had to change. That was the exact moment when the United States Mint made one of the biggest decisions in coin history. Starting in 1965, dimes and quarters would no longer be made from 90% silver. Instead, they would be struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. This change shocked many collectors and citizens at the time. But here's where things become extremely interesting. Because the mint was switching materials, mistakes happened during production. Some leftover silver planchets from 1964 were accidentally used to strike 1965 dimes. These rare transitional error coins became legendary among collectors because they were never supposed to exist. Imagine finding a 1965 dime that looks ordinary but is actually struck on a silver planchet. Most people would never notice the difference. They might spend it at a store without realizing its true value. But experienced collectors know exactly what to look for. The first clue is the weight. A normal 1965 clad dime weighs about 2.27 grams, while a silver dime weighs around 2.5 grams. That tiny difference can mean thousands or even millions of dollars depending on the rarity and condition. Another important detail is the edge of the coin. Regular clad dimes show a copper-colored stripe along the edge because of the layered metal composition. But silver dimes have a clean silver edge without that copper stripe. Collectors have spent decades searching through rolls of dimes hoping to discover one of these rare silver transitional errors. Some examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, especially when they are authenticated and preserved in high grades. Now think about this carefully. Millions of people still own jars filled with old coins from the 1960s. Many inherited collections from parents or grandparents and never checked them properly. That means rare dimes could still be waiting to be discovered today. The excitement around the 1965 dime does not stop there. Certain 1965 dimes also contain striking errors that make them extremely valuable. Error coins are some of the most exciting discoveries in the coin collecting world because they are unique mistakes created during the minting process. For example, some dimes show off center strikes where the design appears shifted away from a center. Others may have double strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks. The more dramatic and visible the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. One famous example involved a 1965 dime struck on the wrong planchet entirely. Imagine seeing a dime design on a coin meant for another denomination. Errors like these are incredibly rare and can sell for astonishing prices. Condition also matters greatly in the coin market. A coin that survived decades without scratches, wear, or damage can become extremely desirable. Collectors use grading companies to evaluate coins on a numerical scale. Higher grades mean higher values. A perfectly preserved 1965 dime with rare characteristics can attract fierce bidding during auctions because serious collectors compete aggressively for the best examples. Now let's move to the 1966 Roosevelt dime, another coin that many people overlook. At first glance, the 1966 dime appears very common. Billions were produced, and they can still be found in circulation occasionally. But hidden among ordinary coins are rare varieties and errors that collectors desperately want. One reason the 1966 dime became famous is because mint marks were temporarily removed from coins during the mid-1960s. The United States Mint believed removing mint marks would discourage coin hoarding and help stabilize circulation. As a result, 1965, 1966, and 1967 coins do not display mint marks. This created confusion for many people because they could no longer identify where the coins were produced. However, it also made rare errors harder to detect, increasing the mystery surrounding these coins. Some 1966 dimes display strong doubling in the lettering and date. This phenomenon is called a doubled die error. When the coin die receives multiple impressions slightly misaligned, the final coins show double features that can sometimes be seen without magnification. Collectors love doubled die coins because they represent true minting mistakes rather than damage after circulation. Another valuable error involves missing clad layers. Since dimes after 1964 used layered metals, production flaws occasionally caused one layer to separate or disappear. These coins often appear unusual in color and weigh less than normal. There are also broad strike errors where the coin spreads beyond its normal boundaries due to minting equipment problems. Such dramatic mistakes immediately attract collector attention. What makes these coins even more exciting is the possibility that undiscovered errors still exist. Every year, collectors continue finding new varieties hidden in old collections and bankrolls. Imagine the thrill of checking an old dime under a magnifying glass and realizing you found a rare error nobody noticed for decades. Stories like these are exactly why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. But now we arrive at the coin that truly captures massive attention among collectors and treasure hunters alike, the 1969 Roosevelt dime. The 1969 dime carries an almost mythical reputation because of its connection with rare minting varieties and valuable errors. While most 1969 dimes are common, a few extraordinary examples have become legendary. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for 1969 dimes is the possibility of proof errors and transitional mistakes. During this era, the mint was still adjusting to newer production methods, which opened the door for accidental rarities. Some 1969 dimes have been discovered with dramatic off-center strikes. Others show evidence of die clashes, where minting dies collided without a planchette between them, leaving strange marks and ghost-like images on the coins. There are also examples with severe doubling, making the inscriptions appear duplicated. These coins can become incredibly valuable when authenticated by professional grading companies. Another reason the 1969 dime is famous involves high-grade condition rarity. Even though millions were made, finding one in near-perfect condition is surprisingly difficult. Coins from circulation usually suffered scratches, contact marks, and wear over the decades. But occasionally, someone discovers a nearly flawless 1969 dime hidden inside an old collection or original mint roll. These pristine examples can command enormous prices because advanced collectors compete fiercely for top population coins. Now here is something truly fascinating. Many people assume valuable coins must look old, dirty, or strange. But in reality, some of the most valuable dimes appear completely normal to untrained eyes. That means a rare fortune could literally be sitting unnoticed in your house right now. Collectors often use magnifying glasses, digital microscopes, and precision scales to inspect coins carefully. Small details invisible to the naked eye can completely change a coin's value. For example, tiny doubling in letters, unusual textures, die cracks, or weight differences can transform an ordinary dime into a collector's dream. Coin experts also pay close attention to luster. Original mint luster creates a beautiful glowing effect when light reflects across the coin surface. Coins retaining strong luster after decades are considered highly desirable. Another major factor is rarity. When collectors realize only a few examples of a certain error exist, demand skyrockets. Competition among wealthy collectors can push auction prices into astonishing territory. Over the years, rare United States coins have sold for millions of dollars. This has inspired countless people to search through their spare change hoping to uncover hidden treasures of their own. And honestly, some discoveries are absolutely unbelievable. There have been stories of people finding valuable coins inside junk drawers, flea market boxes, inherited collections, and even pocket change received from stores. A coin worth a few cents one day could suddenly become worth thousands after proper identification. That possibility keeps collectors motivated every single day. Now imagine this scenario. You finish watching this video, walk over to your old coin jar, and begin checking your dimes carefully. Suddenly, you notice a strange-looking 1965 or 1969 dime with unusual features. Your heart starts racing because you realize it might be valuable. That excitement is exactly why rare coin hunting has become so popular around the world. But before you rush to clean your coins, there is something extremely important you must remember. Never clean rare coins. This is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. Cleaning a coin can destroy its original surface and dramatically reduce its value. Collectors prefer coins with natural aging and untouched surfaces. Even gentle polishing can leave microscopic scratches that experts immediately notice. If you believe you found a valuable dime, the best approach is to place it carefully inside a protective holder and have it examined by a professional grading company. Professional grading services authenticate coins, detect counterfeits, and assign official condition grades. Their certification increases buyer confidence and often raises market value significantly. Counterfeit coins are another reason authentication matters. As valuable coin stories spread online, fake coins also appear in the market. Some counterfeiters attempt to alter dates or create fake mint errors to trick buyers. That is why education is so important in coin collecting. The more knowledge you gain, the better your chances of spotting genuine rarities. Collectors also recommend checking coin edges carefully under bright lighting. Transitional silver errors from 1965 can sometimes be identified immediately by their solid silver edge compared to normal copper striped clad coins. Weight testing is another useful method. Small digital scales are inexpensive and can help collectors detect unusual planchets or missing metal layers. Some treasure hunters search through entire boxes of bank dimes hoping to discover rare varieties. This activity is known as coin roll hunting, and many collectors enjoy it because it combines excitement, patience, and the possibility of incredible discoveries. Every roll opened feels like a treasure chest waiting to reveal hidden secrets. And the truth is, valuable coins are still being discovered today. That means your next dime could potentially become the find of a lifetime. The market for rare Roosevelt dimes continues growing because collectors appreciate both historical importance and minting errors. Coins connected to major transitions in United States history often become especially desirable. The 1965 change from silver to clad composition represents one of the most important moments in American coinage. Any era linked to that transition automatically attracts strong collector interest. Similarly, unusual varieties from 1966 and 1969 continue generating excitement because they remind collectors how unpredictable minting processes can be. Now here is the part that surprises many viewers. Some collectors believe the rarest possible examples of these dimes could theoretically reach values approaching $20 million under extraordinary circumstances. While such values are extremely rare and depend on uniqueness, condition, historical importance, and collector demand, the idea itself captures worldwide attention. Just imagine owning a coin so rare that elite collectors compete endlessly to purchase it. That is the dream driving treasure hunters everywhere. And remember, rare coin values are not always about age alone. Sometimes modern coins with unique minting mistakes become worth far more than ancient coins because of their rarity and collector demand. So the next time you receive change from a shop, do not ignore those small dimes. Look closely at the dates. Check for unusual details. Examine the edges and surfaces carefully, because hidden among ordinary coins could be a life-changing discovery. Your old coin jar might contain more than spare change. It might contain history, rarity, and perhaps even a fortune waiting to be uncovered. If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you subscribe to Coin Study and hit the like button because we regularly uncover rare coins that most people overlook every single day. Also comment below and tell us if you have ever found an unusual coin in your collection or pocket change. Your discovery story could inspire other collectors around the world. And stay tuned because in the next part of this video, we will reveal even more shocking details about rare 1965, 1966, and 1969 dime errors, the secret signs collectors use to identify valuable coins instantly, famous auction stories, and the unbelievable $20 million value mystery surrounding these coins. Type continue and I will write the next 2,000 words.